Hey guys, I'm going to read out of the book of John, chapter 21, verses 1 through 23. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is Jesus and the miracles catch of fish. Afterward, Jesus appeared again to his disciples by the Sea of Galilee. It happened this way: Simon Peter, Thomas, also known as Didymus, I hope I said that right, Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and two other disciples were together. "I'm going out to fish," Simon Peter told them, and they said, "We'll go with you." So they went out and got into the boat. And that night, they caught nothing. Early in the morning, Jesus, YESHUA, that's also his name, guys, stood in the shore. But the disciples did not realize it was Jesus, YESHUA, guys. He called out to them, "Friends, haven't you any fish?" "Nah," they answered. He said, "Throw your nets on the right side of the boat, and you will find some." When they did, they were unable to haul in the net because of the large number of fish. Then the disciple whom Jesus loved said to Peter, "It's the Lord." As soon as Simon Peter heard him say, "It's the Lord," he wrapped his outer garment around him, for he had taken it off, and jumped into the water. The other disciples followed him in the boat, towing the net full of fish, for they were not far from shore. About 100 yards when they landed, they saw a fire burning. Coals, there were fish on it, and some bread. That sounds yummy, doesn't it, guys? Jesus said to them, "Bring some of the fish you have just caught." So Simon Peter climbed back into the boat and dragged the net ashore. It was so full of the large fish, 153, but even with so many in the net, it didn't tear, guys. It was not torn. Jesus said to them, "Come on, have some breakfast." None of the disciples dared to ask, "Whom are you?" They knew it. They knew it was the Lord. Jesus came, took the bread and gave it to them, and did the same with the fish. This was now the third time Jesus appeared to the disciples after he raised from the dead. Yeah, everything happens in threes, doesn't it, guys? Jesus reinstates Peter. When they had finished eating, Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" "Yes, Lord," he said. "You know I love you." Jesus said, "Feed my lambs." Again, Jesus said, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" And he said, "Yes, Lord, you know I love you." Jesus said, "Take care of my sheep." Then the third time he said to him, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter was hurt because Jesus asked him the third time, "Do you love me?" And he said, "Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you." Then Jesus said, "Feed my sheep. Very truly, I said to you, when you were younger, you dressed yourself and went where you wanted. But when you are old, you will stretch out your hands, and someone else will dress you and lead you to where you do not want to go." Jesus said to indicate this kind of death, which Peter would glorify God. Then he said to him, "Follow me." You guys, when he asked Peter 3 times if he loved him, that made Peter think about it, that he denied Christ 3 times. What are you guys doing to deny Christ? Are you living this worldly life and only sometimes paying attention to Christ and denying him other times? Think about it. We're in the last days, guys. Now is the time to have our lamps burning bright and crucifying our flesh and not preaching the prosperity gospel, but preaching salvation and bringing people to the Lord.